Top left of side delta, it is Liquid's Cure. The bottom right, we do have Classic, looking, well, solid enough against Bunny so far. Let's see how he can perform against Cure. Cure is a different level, of course, from Bunny. So yeah, let's wait and see. And of course, Cure has been rumored and, well, kind of result-wise, one of the very, very best PvP players on the planet for several years at this point. Completely inventing some of those two-pronged styles even against Protoss, where you do have basically two very strong kind of main army, a huge split, basically 50-50 split-ish on your army, and basically have enough forces to kill a Nexus on both, with both of your main forces. So you can, yeah, it's been very interesting style though, which has been pioneering there, and everybody has been kind of copying that one. It's so cool to see, like a couple of years ago he basically made this really popular. Everybody started to pick up on this and it became such a standard meta for a while, like going Ghost Bio in with like two big groups of army, very heavy on the army supply there. Just try to take good trades basically with those, and try to go in on like, if you fight the army on one side, you go in with the second one and try to snipe Nexus, basically roam the map a lot and stuff like that. It's a very, very cool style, a very active style. A little bit volatile, of course, because, well, if you lose one of your armies, then you only have a second, like half army left, right? But you always kind of trade well enough that you can kind of come back with your reinforcements and with your rest of your army to still win a fight if needs be. So it's very cool. Okay, Reaper coming in here. He's gonna find nothing. Well, there's a Stargate actually, so if you can scout that one, would be amazing. And maybe, yeah, maybe you can actually get the peek up here. No, wow. Gonna get perfectly denied here, and oh no, no, no. Whoa, whoa. As I say, that's the perfect mine. Let's save him. That was very interesting. He basically stands there. He lays the mine and waits there. That was so cool. That was so cool. Such a cool move to keep this one alive. Has been going good for now. Having fun here. Thanks for asking. Thanks for dropping by. Can you jump over? No, not gonna happen here. So we do not find the Stargate here, and there's no confirmation on the Phoenix Colossi. As I say again, I'd like to see an Oracle mixed in here. And yeah, let's wait and see, but I'm afraid it's gonna be only Phoenix production for now again. A cool game happened. We had Rogue against Cure earlier, which was a really cool series. Cure taking that one. What else? Ragnarok against Jan as well. Yeah, Rogue is amazing. But he still has like things to improve like since he come back from the military. There's some holes in his play. Still has like a little bit to go until he can come back to his old level, right? Okay, so Phoenix is going across the map here, Hellion trying to peek in. He still, I mean, he doesn't know, of course, but he still doesn't know the angle those Phoenixes are coming from. Looking for the third base, but gonna be Colossus tech first. Classic going slow on the economy this time. And yeah, I don't think this is the game you want to open up a 2-base opening here. Sure, is it though? Well, he's doing the same thing as Bunny did before. And it's just gonna be 3 racks on 2 bases for now. It's gonna be very solid, of course, but I'm afraid it's not gonna be... I mean, if you pull bunkers and SCVs with this, actually, you can set up a really cool position. I'm kind of afraid it's not going to be enough to poke down the third. Let's see though, maybe the execution is a little bit different from Cure. Find something more there. Stopping at 5 Phoenix it seems here. Not going for the 6 we had last game. An interesting odd number there. Bunker's gonna get salvaged here, so everybody's like, alright, we're kind of safe now, so we can go ahead and expand, we can get our money back and funnel into different areas or development here. How is TVP supposed to be played? Never watched too much of it, so... Well, of course depends on which side you're on. But yeah. As a Terran you kind of want to go into... Like, you either kill them on 2 bases with a strong 2-base timing push. There's a lot of those, which are very powerful right now. Where you pull, like, where you make a ton of tanks and then you pull a ton of SCVs as well to set up a bunker position. Or you just go and develop into 3 base and 4 base there. From there, and then you go into a heavy Marauder Ghost composition with late game Liberators. And on the other side, as a Protoss, Classic is opening with Phoenix Colossus here, which has always been a solid opener for Protoss, basically very hard to kill. It's going actually into 6 Phoenix here. And then you kind of want to harass the Terran a little bit, pick apart the reinforcements. You can kind of smash any tank push. So those tank pushes, as I said earlier, were very popular right now. You're very good with this composition against them. But you're late on your third a little bit. And yeah, from this you go basically into High Templar or into... Oh, this is cute. Viking here. Stealing so much damage, man. Getting lifted by those. But yeah, basically you can choose pick your poison. They go into High Templar and Storm, or you can go into Disruptors as your follow-up AoE tech. But you need something to kind of work around the Liberators. But like going early Phoenixes is good already to kind of prevent your opponent from transitioning into Liberators too early, right? You're forcing a lot of Vikings. It's kind of like an honesty check against the Terran player here. It's kind of preventing the air transition from the Terran. Just composition wise, because you need so many Vikings against this one. And it's kind of delaying the Ghost transition as well, because, well, you're putting so much gas into your Vikings, you're kind of lacking gas for Ghost. You got a lot of Widow Mines here on the side of Pure. Charge slots are not actually charge slots yet, so our Classic might want to pull back here. Oh, did it just finish? No, he's actually... Maybe he did forget to click the upgrade. So the Twilight Cons is just idling here. The forges are just idling. Finally, we're gonna get some upgrades. But this is a little bit late, and this might be an error that could cost you the game. This push is coming now. We still do not have any ghosts with it, so power is not that strong. But it's still a strong push. Have what, some 6 odd Vikings here trying to find these Colossi, and they don't really want to fight the Phoenixes, but it's really tough to click on the Colossi while the Phoenixes are there. If you just auto attack move them, kind of what you most of the time do, you kind of have to shoot at the Phoenixes first. That's a good mine shot here into the depths, and I hope we're gonna see some. Well, the Twilight upgrade is gonna finish soon here. You should chrono this one. Classic, in my opinion. Charge is really important here. Have a look at the follow-up tech. It's gonna be a Templar Archives behind this, so very standard composition going here into the Archon charge lot. Ground composition here first. So this is a very swarmy composition. Of course, he's playing this with Colossus Phoenix, right? So he's playing a solid opener and then going into basically a money sink composition. But he can always go into Storm from this as well. It's not like an all-in kind of thing. He's mining a lot of gas as well. It's not like an all-in kind of thing, which Hero kind of used to play, or Zest, where you just build tons of bases and tons of gates and tons of units, right? Out of those gates, basically only gateway units. Yeah, trade's been looking amazing here for classic kind of. Really reducing the Viking count. Still has a Phoenix alive here. Even gets a Marauder with that one. That was kind of a greedy pickup there. Yeah, Q is kind of struggling to, as I said, he's struggling to transition. Finally, the Ghost Academy is coming down here. But he's been prioritizing his +2 upgrades. Then again, is this maybe a little bit too late? There's so many Archons, they're so beefy if you don't have any Ghosts to counter those. And those Colossus, they're just not falling. 4 Colossus here, still standing strong, completely demolishing the army from Cure. And I don't think he can hold this one. Wait and see though, a little bit of a Zealot reinforcement coming in here, maybe just swinging the battle into Classic's favor. And there we go. Q is gonna tip out. Classic is gonna win the game with a very strong push timing here. Just before Ghosts, and that was a very good opening. He was a little bit late on his upgrades. But yeah, kind of forcing Cure into so late Ghosts. There you go. You just transition into Archon charge lot, and then you have a big timing on your hands where there's no Ghosts. I mean, you can go Ghosts, right, against Phoenixes. It's a decent counter because you can just EMP them and they are just there. They don't do anything anymore. They shoot at Medivacs. Okay, yeah, fine, whatever. Like, he went to ham on those Vikings. And then he did still not kill the Colossi while he traded out the Vikings, so completely slip up there from Kjor. Hero Phoenix at the end, yeah. Okay. Stay hydrated. And let's go into map number 2. In the bottom right of Oceanborn, we do have Cure. Make a comeback happen if he wants to win this best of 3. And in the top left, we do have Classic. Classic. Our blue Protoss player did manage to exploit a very nicely set up timing there. Timing window. I'm gonna actually check if Cure wants to go into a proxy, which is not the case. So there has been a very interesting spot specifically on this map. Gumiho does this. Oh, we're almost losing the probe here. Gumiho does this a lot. He's building his barracks over here. He floats this over here and makes marauders with Tech Lab. And it has not been that successful, to be honest. Even though it completely goes unscouted until the marauders hit, it has not been that. It's like you're kind of tucked away in that corner, and what you want to really do is kite with the marauders, right? Because you get the slow. So you actually want to have a lot of room to maneuver. Have like some obstacles you can move around, but you don't really have want to have a fixed location. Like he creates like a wall here with the barracks and the add-on, and then you have like a nook where you can go into. Yeah, you're gonna trade well enough, but then you rather want to have like 1 marauder and marines behind it or something, you know, or 2 marauders and marines or something. I don't know, like basically building this 1 more to the left would be kind of cool, but then again it might be just seen by the geyser. I don't know, man. Assimilator vision. This is a very tricky one. No factory on the way here after the high ground CC, actually. Very cautious. Adept getting chrono boosted, and let's see what is going to be the tech here. Could throw this down soon. And there we go, it's going to be Twilight. And no cancel on the gas here. Going to be Twilight. It's going to be a tiny bit late, it feels, at least comparatively to the Stargate. The Stargate was way earlier there. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen. So of course this opens up several pathways. You can just go blink and play a control game from there. You can basically go 3 gate blink into a 3rd base, and just keep your opponent on 2 bases for a while, blink in, snipe some tanks, snipe some units, and just try to trade very well. You can also go into charge and do a 3-base charge lot attack, for example, on 8 gates. It's gonna be blink though. But yeah, our last option would be the Adept Glaives, but that's so rare. Of course you can just go DTs and whatnot, right? But that's kind of all-in-ish, this stage of the game. So going blink first is a solid, very solid opening. We're gonna see how many gates he's gonna go there. So far it's only gonna be 2 gates, so 2-gate Robo-Blink setup is usually very defensive, and it does not really allow for too much pressure. What it does allow you to do is things like this. You can go across the map and then lose your stalkers, and because you don't have the blink yet. And this is so cool. Oh my god, catching that stalker. If you would have body blocked this one with a Reaper, actually, I would have liked it even more, and then try to grenade one. But yeah, could have been even one more pickup there, maybe. Already getting the first stock is really good here. Forcing out a shield battery, a second pylon and a natural. And this is delayed here by this 2 cyclone. Walk across the map. But yeah, I wanted to say, so what this allows you is still, you can still catch reinforcements, you can poke away at your opponent's army, trying to move across the map, and look at this. That's a train if I've ever seen one. Choo-choo, choo-choo, we're the cyclones from the Terran. Yeah, 4 cyclones, this is a very odd one. You don't see this often. And, okay, so this could be really cool. There's gonna be 2-1-1 setup here. So, it's a fast sim, fast bio push, and yeah, this is gonna be a double net medevac. So, let me explain what you can do with this, which is super weird, and probably only my... I want to see someone actually try and do this. Probably it's just a bad idea, but what you can do is you can do a double cyclone jump while you pressure someone with your fire force. You can also, oh, if you can catch this observers, you can also just do a frontal push, right? Your medevacs. You can also drop a bio and pressure with your cyclones, or you can play defense with the cyclones, which is happening right now. Like 4 cyclones is very interesting. And I don't think this has been seen. So this double drop is completely unscounted. All of these stalkers are across the map. We do have enough energy for a recall, and the cooldown of course is available. But honestly, even if you recall what 6-8 stalkers, I don't think you can easily kill that much bio across the map. Okay, this might be kind of a little bit of a base trade here, but we still have enough forces back at home. There we go, the recall is happening. And some stalkers are gonna get picked off here before they can blink away. Very well executed by Cure, and I hope he can keep these medevacs alive. Ah, he's gonna lose both of those, so it seems just gonna lose all of the armor here in the main base. In the end, not really microed well at the end there of that engagement. Decent first kind of poke in there. Actually have a look at what was killed. So we did lose 4 stalkers and 3 stalkers. 1 was picked up earlier. 5 probes. I don't think this is enough, honestly. So in the end, this was a better defense here for Classic. And it felt Cure was a little bit indecisive. He did not micro the push in the end. He did not fly away his medevacs. He did not... he could have gotten 1 out easily, right? And he did not focus any unit really. So in the end, he didn't really pick off too much there. He damaged a lot, but he didn't pick really off too many things. Yeah, I mean, there's a damaged Zealot, the damaged Stalker. There's a lot of damage, but not a dead unit. Now Classic trying to blink in here, trying to force this third command center again not to land here, but it actually hasn't even moved yet. And finally, +1 is gonna come in here. This was a little bit of an overextension, maybe with the Stalkers taking a lot of damage. Gonna lose a Colossus, an Immortal for his troubles, and he's maybe even gonna lose the complete army here. This push out was not at the correct timing here for Classic. Probably did not identify that there were still so many units back in Cure's base when he was going in with the first poke of his Stalkers. And he just assumed there were so many units thrown into his main base. It was like, alright, you've lost your army, now I can kind of counterattack. And actually Kyo already had a bigger army at home waiting. So yeah, that was a big mistake here from Classic, kind of throwing away his lead here. And now, well, Kyo is more than in this. He can basically win this game if he wins one big fight. Or kills a base maybe. That's gonna be a big reset there for Classic. Even just a cancel on this one. Gonna be nice. A very low commitment there if you can actually get this one. Oh, 2 Colossus though. Let's see, tons of Marauders, and I don't think Colossus is what you want against Marauders. Oh my god, look at those, just shooing them away and then killing those on the retreat. But the base stays alive. This one, this is the story maybe. Let's see, let's see. Widow Mine is now only going to connect with 1 probe here for now and second one. So yeah, okay, decent enough here. Did lose all of his high-tech units again though. Oh, this could be good. Oh, this could be good. That's a kill. Where's the range? That's the range. Can it hit? Not yet. Can we make it visible? There we go. Okay, so it's actually quite far away. But yeah, he's been waiting. He's gonna wait there for the feedback and gonna one-click that medevac. Go, small push coming in here again, but I don't think he's gonna fine-tune too much. Maybe he can get the Colossus again, that would be great here, but the overcharge is gonna keep this alive for now. And the army is gonna retreat here. Finally the ghosts join in the fray here, a little bit late to the party. On the other side there's some zealots trying to do a run-by here into the Terran third base, but only getting 2 SCVs, not gonna deny the, or delay the commands at the... Oh! Catching that Colossus might be great here. A big EMP is gonna hit and yeah, just gonna finish off this army here. The weapon is gonna get denied and this is gonna be a dead nexus if I've ever seen one. Let's see if Classic can scramble something of a defense, but it feels he's kind of out of units. Finally the Zealots and 1 Colossus are gonna come down and join this army, but it's not gonna be enough here. Kyo's reinforcements also coming in, swinging the hammer. And it hits Classic, and Classic falls apart. Well played by Kyo, taking game number 2. Then comes down to game number 3. Let's see, what's the map gonna be? It's gonna be Alki 1. Good map. Rather good standard map. If this was Leto, the probe will be 3 times more annoying. Change my mind. Probably right. Okay. Up into the last map of this best of 3 series. We do have Q in the top right. And it is Classic in the bottom left. Winner moves on. Yeah, let's see what we're gonna get here out of these 2. So far, the Phoenix Colossus opening has been working really good for Classic, and the Blink opening not as much. So, kind of curious what we're gonna get this time again. And if it's gonna be like, if we go Phoenix Colossus, if it's gonna be no Oracle or 1 Oracle version. So far it's been only Phoenixes, no Oracles in this series or the series before. But like Oracles, I talked about this a little bit, they're so flexible, they're such a good unit. And 1 is not that big of a commitment, it's basically 50 more minerals than a Phoenix. Sorry, gas. It's like, okay, let's skip 1 Stalker and get an Oracle here, right? You already have like anti-air, right? So you just go Adepts and then maybe get a Zealot. That's what I want to see, get a Zealot. Like you skip 1 Adept, get a Zealot. Okay? And then you go like 1 Oracle with your Phoenixes. 5 to 6 Phoenix and 1 Oracle. And then you have the Oracle and can do stasis, can harassment, can do attacks. Ah, it's an amazing unit. Oh my god, this probe. That was a brutal probe, man. That thing had range. Gonna pull back the probe for now. Maybe taking the watchtower. We're gonna see. No, it's not gonna commit to that one. He's scouting a little bit around the map. Maybe he wants to set up his own proxy. Would be weird though. PvT doesn't really make too much sense. Just gonna try to run away from the Reaper. Reaper though, on the hunt. You can find. Yes, he's hunting high and low. And that's where he finds the probe. Sees the wall, sees the setup. And there's the Stargate. So as you can see, the Stargate is very quick. Like classic here. It's way faster than the Twilight Council from last game. But last game was kind of standard. So like the blink opening into 2, 3 or 4 gate blink is really standard. 4 is a little bit all in, but like 3 gate or 2 gate are basically both. Those are the variants. One is a little bit more aggressive, one's a little bit more passive. But those are like the most standard ways to open. Then you go into like your Colossus, into Robo units, Colossus, and then go into Charge with that and Templar Archives and whatever you want to have. We're gonna go double Reaper and Hellion. Kind of tag team here, trying to kill some workers, but Hellion already getting deflected, first Reaper already dying, so hey, only one Reaper, and the first shot has not been shot yet, has not been fired yet by the Terran units. Is it ever gonna be a shot actually happening? I kind of wonder at this point. He only throw a grenade, doesn't count as a shot. Can he shoot? Does he shoot? Does he even want to shoot? No, just gonna throw a second grenade. So yeah, that was a big defense there for Classic. Completely nullifying that attack. That was a perfect defense. This he lost already. So he didn't lose nothing to 2 Reapers and a Hellion. That's good. We do have a Widow Mine unburying there. And a Cyclone as well. Shooting at the Medivac here a little bit with those Phoenixes. Phoenixes joining now. And they see the push, so they see every unit, they see, hey, there's a Widow Mine, there's Marines, I know what's coming, I can grab your Cyclone. This is 2 lifts though, and 2 Marines coming to help, Viking also here. So this is a little bit of a push here from Kyo, a very early push. 1 Medivac, technical one, and if something you see from Gumiho. A Cyclone, 2 Cyclones, 2 Vikings, 1 Medivac, 1 Widow Mine, and handful of Marines. He's gonna see if he can basically kill the third if a third would set up, or maybe like find whatever he can. Killing this wall would be actually pretty cool. You don't really want to lose your army here. And Viking, not gonna do anything so far, and just gonna fly away, I think. Oh, that was big. Oh, that was a big snipe. Now the Viking lands, just gonna get killed by the Immortal. Yeah, that was big, man. Oh my god, that snipe on the Medivac. Taking that one with the Phoenix was really nice, huh? So he loses the Medivac with 2 Slycones inside. Literally trading for 0 there. And that's perfect. So far for Classic, everything's been going his way. Come in with the Phoenixes. See if you can find any damage you will. It's gonna deny or at least delay the 3rd command setter for a little bit. Phoenix is out of position for this guy though, and he is setting up. But is it gonna matter actually? He can just... Oh, first shot goes into the simulator as well. Nice dodge by the probe, but can Classic just break Cure here? Maybe he can. He doesn't really have a big ground force, and those Phoenixes are kind of low on energy. Bunker is finished. You need to fill up 1 Marine into the bunker at least. None go in. And all of the army units get picked off, but yeah, 8 drones, oh sorry, probes fall behind this, and now finally the recall does happen. Focus they're also already dealing with that one. That was huge damage actually done to Classic, while he did do not enough damage against Cure. You see how many? 1 SCV got killed? Maybe 3. There you go. So trade's going really good here. This one. In favor for Cure. But I feel like he needs more. He has his third, his tech is so late. His extra barracks, his stim is super late. It's 7 minutes, stim did just start. So like his first real threat across the map with the big bio ball is gonna be in what? Like 8 minute 30 or something? You're gonna have at least 2 Colossus by that. Maybe even gonna get the Raven. Oh yeah, perfect snipe here. Check if we did get the upgrade. We actually did get the Interference Matrix, was never gonna be used. So a huge investment there actually for Cure not paying off at all. Total waste. Yeah, Classic looking good, looking solid. Going hopefully, I hope, into his 4th very soon here. He should definitely do that. There's not much pressure coming across the map the next couple of minutes. Definitely got some time. Also scouting a lot with these Phoenixes. Doing very well for himself. Nice placed missile turrets, I gotta say though. Zoning those Phoenixes, really. And yeah, Classic is a little bit afraid of an attack here, very interesting enough. Bring down what, 2 shield batteries even. The 3rd before going into a 4th base, so playing super safe here. Maybe he has the correct read, we're gonna see. This stim timing is finally commencing, but as I said, it's like 8:30 now. I talked about at 7 minutes. If you throw down a Nexus now, you're gonna be cool, you're gonna be golden. Didn't do that, it's gonna throw down the Nexus finally at this time here. But yeah, this could have been already up and mining while you still go for the same defenses. He's actually floating a lot of money. Oh, and I see why. I was waiting for the extra gateways, but he's going into Tempest on 2 gates. 2 Stargate Tempest and finally adding some more gateways here. That's very greedy. Oh, and Cure is not gonna scout this one. He's going up to a 4th base, so if Cure's pushing now, he can basically kill Classic. Like with this army, if he pulls SCVs to this, he's gonna kill Classic, he's gonna swoop him. Classic is completely putting all of his money into carriers now. So he started Tempest, decides into carriers. And those Vikings are trying to pick off these Phoenixes, trying to stack them, so it's hard to focus one. For the Vikings. And probably gonna win the fight. There we go. Gonna lose a lot of these Phoenixes though, and not gonna kill the last Viking. But reducing the Viking count if you go carrier, that's pretty solid, huh? Yeah, 3 base carrier, man. Wow. Not 2 base carrots, 3 base carrier. Now it's 4, of course. Yeah. Okay, Kyo, what are you gonna do, man? Those tanks are not gonna help you against interceptors, I can tell you that much. And he still doesn't know about this transition. He's going into ghosts. Has no clue. He needs to see this, he needs to find something, he needs to get across the map, he needs to scout this. He needs like a second Stargate, he needs extra... Finally he's gonna see... Oh, he did just get a glimpse on the carrier, and there we go. He's like, what? Let me scan this. Did I see a carrier? Was this a hallucination? No, it's actually a real carrier. So, let's have a look. There we go, starports, panic starport here. Another barracks. And actually, there we go. 3 starports. That's gonna be the response. And this would be very smart from Classic if you just go like 4 carriers and then go full ground again. And he is kind of going the circle. He's going into Storm, he's going into Charge, he's adding tons of gateways. Going into more forges actually for upgrades, so he is transitioning into more of a ground game. He's going into a mothership, I love this. Where's his 7 inches? Oh yeah, so he is getting plus damage for his +2 for his air as well. He's kind of going into a very solid mix here, it seems. Carrier, Colossus, Charge Lock. Yeah, he's actually going up to 8 carriers. It's going really ham on those. Ah, that's a cool build, man. And this army is kind of looking super scary, right, at this point. And now we have Storm. We're gonna get some High Templars as well. Suddenly, you know, suddenly this is looking so scary. And what are you making? You're making like Vikings, Panic Vikings at this point. Oh my god. Classic is just happily taking a 5th base here, going into the gold. This was the knight a couple times. And both players are kind of expanding into the bottom area of the map. So, oh, that's an interesting bunker there. This allows to defend from zealots, as well as kind of limiting the surface area on the bunker here. So it's not going to be surrounded as easily. This is interesting. Oh, fill it up, go into the bunker. Go into the bunker. Go inside. There you go. I love it. Cool. Of course, these were shift clicked, it seems. Against those. Alright. So we do have a super big setup here in the middle and a ton of Vikings, but they're kind of not in position right now to deal with this army. And it's swinging with his hammer again, coming in here. Classic that is, the hammer of Protoss. And yeah, Kyo in full retreat. Kind of losing a ton of SCVs behind us to those few zealots. The bunker did not do what it was supposed to do, so maybe having it down here would be better. Because zealots come from the downside, you know. Another base being taken here for our Protoss player. And the Terran as well in the north. And I love this, setting up some extra turrets here. That's kind of cool. Like, try to push with static defense. Oh, that was a big snipe on the mothership. But yo, you don't use Widow Mines. Throw away your Widow Mines wherever you can, but don't have them in your army. Don't set them up because they are gonna get demolished by carrier. They're basically not gonna demolish, they're demolishing your own army. They're so bad in conjunction with the Vikings against carriers. By the way, if you've ever wondered, one thing you can do is you can just completely ignore Vikings and can go mass liberators. Oh, those storms! Oh my god! Oh boy! I don't think this is gonna be good for Cure. This is so much anti-air. Those storms again doing so much damage to the Vikings, and all of these Vikings are about to die here, evaporate. And yeah, enough Colossi, enough army remains here. GG, well played. Okay, so where I was going with this kind of... you can go into Liberators, and what a lot of people do not know is if you go up to like 6 Liberators with +1 or +2 air weapons, you will shred these Interceptors because they take AoE damage in StarCraft2. Just completely annihilate, destroy them, you wreck them, man. It's not even close. If you go like 6 to 8 Liberators, and then you can use them against the ground force as well, right? So strong. But most people just go into the Vikings so they can kind of go in snipe carrier, go in sniper carrier, go in sniper carrier, you know, poke away at your opponent's army. Yeah, it did not happen really, right? So it was a little bit of a kind of a waste there. Waste of investment by Cure. Did not find what he was looking to do with it. Vikings. And one thing was because it was kind of back into a corner, right? He was defending, he was not on the offense with his army.